Amid the coronavirus developments, 3 states holding primaries tonight, and now the Fox News decision desk can project that former Vice President Joe Biden will defeat Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders in the Arizona Democratic presidential primary tonight. That means Biden will sweep all 3 states that were up for grabs tonight. Earlier tonight, Biden took Florida. That's 219 delegates, and Illinois has 155. Correspondent Peter Doocy tracking what it all means for the Democratic race from near Biden headquarters in Philly. Hey, Peter.
Shannon, there were no live candidate events tonight, just live streams. And Joe Biden logged on a few minutes ago from his house in Delaware with a special message for his supporters about the coronavirus.
Americans in 3 states went to the polls today. I want to thank all the public officials and the poll workers who work closely with the public health authorities to assure safe opportunities for voting, to clean and disinfect voting booths, and to make sure the voters could cast their ballots while maintaining a distance from one another that was safe.
And that is the first time we've seen Joe Biden since he was granted Secret Service protection, which his campaign asked for last week after protesters got too close for comfort at a Super Tuesday event in California. But we don't even know when his next event is going to be. Same goes for Bernie Sanders, who never even mentioned today's primaries in his election night live stream.
During this crisis, we will ban stock buybacks and bonuses for executives. We will put conditions on this financial assistance to make certain that any corporation in America that benefits from emergency aid does not lay off workers, pays workers a livable wage, and does not rip off consumers.
So what happens next? Well, the DNC does not want any more major changes to their primary calendar coming up, like Ohio's postponement for health reasons today. And now the DNC chairman, Tom Perez, is writing to states that have not yet hosted their contests. He wants in-person voting to continue, just with longer hours and days added to the early voting portions to keep the line short and keep people far apart from each other. But that's not all he wants. In this letter, Perez writes, in order to ensure the voices of voters are heard, the DNC is urging the remaining primary states to use a variety of other critical mechanisms that will make voting easier and safer for voters and election officials alike. The simplest tool is vote by mail, which is already in use in a number of states and should be made available to all registered voters. The next big day of primaries in multiple states is going to be the first week of April, but we don't know if we are going to wind up seeing Biden or Sanders in person before that. Shannon?
All right, Peter Doocy, thank you very much. Again, a Biden sweep yet again on another Tuesday round of primaries. We'll watch for the next one and see when folks eventually get to the polls. Thanks, Peter.